Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. Today, special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Michael Bilandic. What's up?
It's our friend Mike Bilandic, film director. Michael Bilandic. One of the things that we promised the audience is that we're going to have a lot finer guests than we've had in the past. We've had, the dregs of society. We've had pedophiles, people who've done hard time. We're going to get esteemed guests now. And who more esteemed than our friend Michael Bilandic, director of such projects as Project Space 13, Job's World, Hellaware. What else? Am I forgetting anything else?
And Happy Life. Yeah, man.
And Happy Life.
He did Happy Feet. He did Cars 3.
Cars 3.
Wall-E.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Wall-E, you drew all that shit yourself, correct?
Yeah. Did it all, man. All the audio, visuals, storyboards.
Would you say in most of your movies, you come in, you say, I'm going to do it all myself?
Yeah. Absolutely not. No, that's like someone like Kubrick, who's like literally better than every person. He can like take the camera, film better than them, grab the sound recording stuff, do better audio than them.
And that's called auteur theory.
Yeah.
And that's a French word that means what?
Rapist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm the complete opposite. I can't do anything.
Mike, real quick, can you choke up on the camera a little, or the mic a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. How does it sound better?
Literally just almost kiss it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
These are rock star microphones.
So, I can't do any of that shit. So I just try and work with people that know how to do that stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Adam Friedland
Welcome to the
Show.
Adam Friedland Show.
Adam, you have a monologue this week or no?
No, we do not have a monologue.
You're
this
skipping the
week.
monologue for this week too?
No, I think you were aware of that before we started recording.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be like a
Was
whole
not
studio experience.
Yeah,
Well, we're kind of as you can
studios we're gonna it's closed for business for the week, so
the
we're gonna.
studio is not in shape right now.
Yeah, we'll be back in studio soon.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we're gonna not talk about the studio. We're gonna Adam, if he doesn't want to do a monologue, doesn't have to do a monologue. It's the Adam Friedland Show, so it's sort of like it's like Adam sort of, and I'm not saying this in a critical way, but sort of like a big fat retard playing with his own shit, you know. And imagine just
I'm not taking that as a critical thing at all.
Yeah, so imagine like a retarded boy who plays with his own shit, but he's laid, you know, he's vegan now. They've put him on a vegan diet, so he's just got fiber blasting the crayons and Play-Doh through his system at warp speed. And he's laid out the biggest turd he's ever seen. Yeah. And now it's free for him to mold it. And right now, the stage Adam is in as the shit-playing Mongoloid is he's so proud of this giant turd that he's taken that he's afraid to sculpt it into anything, for the simple fact that he lives in a world of quantity. You know, he sees it and he says, "I want to weigh this turd. I want to know how big it is. I want my legacy to be the guy that took a shit that weighs X pounds, rather than actually create something beautiful by some subtractive process." He's afraid of editing, I guess, is really what it is.
Absolutely. I'm a maximalist, I believe.
Because a true artist, somebody that wasn't a coward at all, they would whittle that giant turd all the way down to nothing. They'd be left with a single peanut. Yeah. You know? Just a little single peanut grain, so that somebody would 99% of people walking by, they wouldn't even notice it. Maybe somebody say that's a peanut. Or
that was once a mountain.
That was maybe a peanut that came out of a piece of shit, but it's just a peanut. But somebody would walk by, perhaps the director of Wall-E, and say, that is a work of art. Yeah. And that's sort of that's the Adam Friedland Show and the direction we're hoping to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really force the creative process. Sometimes you have to just wade in the pool of shit for a while until you know when to mold it right, and then or you have some other people splash in the shit and force it in other ways. You know, it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see this natural, organic.
Well, you don't need to explain it to him. This is
a fine filmmaker.
Yeah, this guy's a filmmaker. You ever do any pornography? Ever work? Did you get started in pornography? Or?
I actually did.
Yeah.
When I was at school.
Do you find that most filmmakers get started in pornography and then move on to?
I think they used to, definitely. That was like
a lot of the guys you met at Pixar. Did they get started in child pornography and then they, because you got to work?
It's a different path. Yeah.
You got to work your way up.
Once you get initiated into the that circle. Yeah, but no, but I did when I was in college. I did a documentary about these guys who were the first people to get. They got after Columbine. They made the first Columbine movie called Duck: The Carbine High Massacre, and they got arrested for bringing real guns to a school. It was just kind of like shot on video, low budget experience. But they would also make porn movies that were like paid for by people that be like, oh, I want you to wear this outfit. I want you to do this thing. So I followed them on the set of a movie called Orgasm, Torture, and Satan's Rape Clinic that they shot in New Jersey. And
well, where else would you shoot that, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Have you been to Jersey? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Ringwood, New Jersey, and I sort of followed the process of making that. And they debuted it at Chiller, the horror convention. And it almost got on HBO on this show called Pornocopia. But
I remember that show.
It didn't, and I thought I was going to have this great career. Directing Pornocopia, getting to be like a pervert, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
so.
And then you wound up in children's entertainment.
I mean, it always is, yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of the Louis Anderson story.
Yeah, it's true.
He wanted to just be a fat, gay freak. He thought he was just going to have sex with young men.
Yeah.
And then...
hot young boy toys.
And then out of nowhere, he became the star of the Fox Box,
and the finest stand-up comedian in America.
Yeah. Home of Family Feud. I tell you, the Family Feud in the Louis Anderson household is... why their son became such a fat fag. That was a big feud in that household.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the norm. You start there, you end there. That's, the entertainment industry, right?
Yeah. Is he dead? I'm hoping he's dead.
He's dead. He died last year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank God. I didn't want to have to hear from Louis Anderson's people.
But I'll tell you, he's turning in his grave very slowly.
Yeah.
Because of his fat, bloated corpse.
Turning into what? A custard?
That's for sure, yeah. So wait, so you followed these perverts around and then it came to naught, you're saying? What was the movie itself about?
I don't really remember the plot of it.
There were people fucking, though?
There were, yeah. I think it was just lesbian and...
classy.
But yeah, so the idea was I made this like short, and then we had the head of HBO, nonfiction, was our teacher, and she did all those great like... Banging in Little Rock and Small Town Ecstasy, all those great sort of
HBO Undercover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like
Chinese in Denver. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love that.
Why is it so fucking cold?
So they got me all hyped
that
up.
That one's fucked up.
There's no train to make. It's cold.
Yeah, so they got me all hyped up, thinking I was gonna be, living the dream, doing this sleazy HBO undercover, riding around, recording people in taxi cabs, and they just never. They said, "Yeah, well, we're gonna shoot this show in L.A., but if we do it in New York here, and blah blah blah," it just didn't happen. I was like, "Fuck that shit." So that was the end of my big television and porn career.
It can still happen, dude.
Yeah, you can still go.
I have to tell Adam that every day.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm 35 years old. I keep swinging the bat, and my wrists are too weak to even hold it up.
I keep breaking my arms.
I swing the bat as hard as I can,
and it's a wiffle ball bat.
It leaves a line in the dirt.
No, fuck that, man. We're living the dream, man. I don't want to do that shit.
It's
dumb.
I haven't even seen it. You're past it. You don't want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what the last big HBO
they don't do it
document.
anymore.
There's the Cannibal Cop one, was kind of sick.
Your dream as a filmmaker is you want to go even bigger. You're thinking IMAX.
Yeah, fuck it, man. Yeah. That was 40X. So.
IMAX snuff film.
Yeah, I saw 40. I saw that last Saw movie in 4DX.
Would you ever do a nature documentary?
Yeah, that shit's sick.
Would you ever do like Retards, narrated by David Attenborough?
That'd be good.
I mean, it sounds great.
That would be cool. I mean, just get a couple of retards and put them out in the woods, and we film them, and we pretend that's where they live, that they're from there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Alone almost is right now.
Is that the name of the movie? Alone almost is.
No, it's that Netflix show where it's like a competition. They take them out to Alaska and they leave them alone.
Oh, they take mentally disabled people?
No, just regular people. Then they have a walkie-talkie. They're like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
The key element in my vision is that they're mentally disabled folks.
No, so it's like a broad batch of people.
And like cryptozoology, that shit from the late 1800s where they would make up animals?
Yeah.
So we do that, but we put big beaver tails and platypus bills on, mentally disabled folks. And then we but it's sort of like a Victorian-style documentary.
You shoot it real serious.
About a new species.
Yeah.
Called the platy fella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to do it, man.
We got to do it, man.
I mean, this is this sells itself.
We got to do it.
What I was going to say, the survival
You hear
thing,
that, HBO?
Yeah.
What was her name again?
What was your teacher's name?
Sheila Nevins.
Lisa Shingchong?
Yeah.
What's her?
Sheila Nevins.
Sheila Nevins.
But but then on the survival show, so the people...
Yeah, I bet you've
the people,
never heard an idea that good, you fucking bitch. If she's listening.
Yeah, she is. She's actually listening.
Oh, okay.
But the takeaway from the show is the people who win are always the most retarded. They're, like whoever's the most annoying, has the worst social cues, is actually what you're describing.
Yeah,
is a survival skill. In that and being a fat ass. Like
that's what they found.
Excess fat
is that you get fat as shit before you go on the show. They found that out like season 1 or 2. Is the guy that came the fattest. Because you lose so much body mass because you're like trying to forage and then kill animals and stuff. And you're allowed like 3 tools or something like that. Mm-hmm. So then they found out that the hack to win the show is to just come as a massive fat ass. Now Mike's saying that it's a fat retard also, I guess.
Yeah,
that's the apex for survival.
Interesting.
In the wild.
Interesting.
Well, no comment from me. I know I certainly could say something.
What?
But instead, I'll take shots at Lisa Nevins.
Yeah. Listen, we don't want to make enemies in the industry, Nick.
I know. I was going to go after Louis Anderson again.
I know, but
he's dead,
so he can't really do anything for our
Maybe
careers.
If he had just been fat and not fat and gay, I think that was... Yeah, how about a show where they put Bruce Vilanch in he's got to survive a TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. What's anathema to being Bruce Vilanch? What would he hate?
Having sex with a woman.
I don't know. I was thinking something maybe a little bit more...
Writing monologue jokes for the BET Awards, maybe?
No, he'd probably be good at that.
I don't know. He writes it for, like, the Oscars. Well, he'd probably be good at the BET Awards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's his job, right?
Maybe like working on a construction site or something.
I was thinking more of like just something that's the vibes are not kitschy nor celebrity oriented, because that's really all he likes.
Yeah.
I
don't know, like being a fucking, I don't know, being a cab driver.
It's a boring ass office job.
Yeah, working
Alphabetizing
as a secretary.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a file clerk for the Department of Sexy Women.
The Department of Sexy Women. Moving on, Mike. What's your as a filmmaker? What's your favorite movie you've seen in the last 2 days?
I saw this movie a Saturday night called Blood Brothers from 1989.
Sorry, I'm having trouble discerning what the name of the movie is.
Blood Brothers.
Oh, Blood Brothers. American Ninja 3?
American Ninja 3 is great. No, this is it was shot in Florida by this guy.
That's the name of the American Ninja 3, though, is Blood Brothers, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, honestly.
I've never seen it.
American Ninja 3, Blood Brothers. I'm pretty sure.
I think 2 is like the Domination or something.
Anyways,
Blood Brothers. It all takes place in like Florida in the late 80s, and it's just like a bunch of like kids like doing like massive amounts of like drugs.
Sorry, it's Blood Hunt.
They like do abortions, like stab someone to death with like pins. It's just like a bunch of like gross out gore, abject, like
Sorry, I'm thinking of No Retreat, No Surrender 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there was the ICP had a side project called the Bloody Brothers for a while, where they were going to rap in incredibly high pitched voices, and they were going to each have a farming tool. Was like the theme. It was gonna be like evil farmers with really high pitched voices.
Were they still in clown makeup, or
I think they're gonna be like scarecrows.
Scarecrows! That is scary.
Like a high pitched farm,
like as
killer.
alter egos.
Yeah, and
that's pretty cool.
Damn, I might have to rewatch No Retreat, No Surrender 3 tonight.
Wait, so this movie's about kids in Florida that are killing people?
Yeah, it's almost like a home video.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just said in the last 2 days. I don't know. They just played at the Roxy on our friend Owen Klein did like a Q&A with the director, who actually went to jail for obscenity in like the 90s.
What do you have to do to go to jail for obscenity now?
You say Joe Biden is a bad president. That'll get you sent straight to the slammer.
All right, moving on. Yeah. Mike, who's your favorite celebrity you've worked with?
I mean, I got a little taste of some work with Dennis Hopper for a moment.
That was really? Pretty, you worked with him, or you just met him somewhere?
I mean, I was working on this documentary that
not Chinese in Denver.
No, it's called Chelsea on the Rocks. I shot a couple blocks away from here.
Different kind of person in a different kind of place.
I mean, celebrity. I don't even know, man.
What was Hopper like? He was psycho?
Yeah, they said when he comes in, you have to no one's allowed to drink. Put everything off to the side, and if anyone says
no one's allowed to drink,
well, this is able for our movie, so that was the
norm. The fucking drinks away from me.
And they said whatever you do not say the word name Hillary Clinton, or
if I hear Hillary's name, I'm gonna cut my dick off.
Yeah, just I mean, Grace Jones probably is actually the best. Yeah, that was.
Hey, where's that Grace Jones bitch? Maybe she's in here right now and I just can't see her.
Yeah, I don't know.
How's that sound?
Accurate? Was Hopper nice
close?
though?
Is that close? Is that easy, kind of like that?
That's pretty good.
It's like a very gallant.
I'm saying that because she's black.
Pop quiz. Pop
quiz, black lady.
Pop quiz, black lady.
I don't know, man.
I never knew if what's her name, Grace Jones, had a penis or not. Was that supposed to be like left up to the imagination? She doesn't, right?
Not to my knowledge.
She just looks very androgynous.
Didn't her and David Bowie date?
I think
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, right. It was like they were trying to do like a spy versus spy thing.
Yeah. They like dressed in the same outfits and stuff.
Yeah, they're like, well, one of us is, I'm the white one and she's very black, and together we're freaks. we're different kinds of freaks, and it sort of makes
kinds
sense.
Of freaks.
We're trying right now. We're trying to get pregnant, hoping for a Dalmatian. Is what we're.
Well, I guess
we really wanted a Dalmatian, and neither of us know how you get one. And then we recently found out that it's a type of dog.
Is that right, Mike? Is a Dalmatian a black dog and a white dog fucking, or as a filmmaker?
I mean,
101 Dalmatians still has the record for most blackface in any piece of art ever.
Does it?
Yeah. Because they put all 101 dogs in blackface to hide from Cruella.
Oh, that's right.
So there's technically 101 blackface performers in that cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Damn. They should cancel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess that's you could make it would be a logical argument to evolution. Narrowly, it's a combination of the two. I don't fucking know. I have no idea why Dalmatians have spots.
What?
So
Dalmatians have spots, yes.
Yeah.
So black spots, and then they're mostly a white coat.
Yes.
Yeah. Which the spots show up later, which I learned from 101 Dalmatians. I used to go to 101 Dalmatians bar trivia night back in my recently not drinking days.
Yeah.
I figured that was a way to keep me sober.
You could be around a bar like you're a guy going out and boozing.
Yeah.
In a social environment.
I was just there trying to get pussy.
You're there trying to get pussy, yeah.
And I met a lot of good guys that were still alcoholics, but they would bring their young daughters to the bar to do 101 Triv. Met a lot of 8-year-old girls there. And it made me rethink, how I treat women, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you can't fuck them, they're children.
You can't fuck them. Mm-hmm. You got all these...
None of my impressions work on... You know how hard it is to make an 8-year-old laugh?
They don't know what Dennis Hopper sounds like.
Pretending to be Dennis Hopper.
Yeah. They're like, well, this guy's weird.
Yeah.
He's being
weird. They'd love you, Mike. You just tell them about, how you met Wally and how you weren't allowed to drink around them.
So, Mike... you just recently completed a new film last year, correct?
Yes.
Project Space 13.
Yeah.
Is it going to be screening anytime soon?
I think we're done with all that, sadly.
Where can we get it?
It's on Mubi right now. There's a Blu-ray on Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know. I think it's on like Amazon and all that.
Mubi.
Movie.
I want to watch a movie.
Yeah,
Is that what it's named?
It's for them.
Yeah. That's all FUBU is movie. FUBU sounds like it should be for them.
Yeah.
If I told you I got clothes called FUBU, and it's like a 4S bias, it'd be like for retarded people. I don't know. Oh, I will love FUBU and movie. These are my name is FUBU.
Mom, FUBU pulled my hair.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but your son was born FUBAR. How about Harold and FUBAR?
Yeah, that'd be good.
And it's an Indian guy and then the retarded guy. And they want to go to White Castle. Yeah.
Did you have any FUBU?
I was never brave enough. Or allowed to, actually. My parents wouldn't let me get any FUBU. Did you wear FUBU?
People are like, who the hell does this guy think he is? Grace Jones?
Wait, you seem like you're a former South Pole FUBU kind of kid.
I had a few FUBU pieces, yeah.
Did you have the jersey with the 05?
I think I had like a pair of shoes that were like FUBU for a second. I mean, but I never went like head to toe like weird baseball jersey FUBU.
That was a good look.
Yeah.
Nick,
I like Iceberg the most.
Iceberg was tight.
I don't even know what Iceberg is.
It was a brand you can get at like Marshall's.
What does it look like?
It's like Italian. You see a lot of like Wu-Tang guys in the 90s with like Tweety Bird or something, or like Snoopy, or like a leather jacket with like.
I might be
Pink
too
Panther.
young for that.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
But it was like
I'm 23 years old.
High-end Italian, like Looney Tunes style, thugged out.
That's weird to imagine, Italian Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's like
He's trying to kill the Roadrunner. He wants to kill him, but he can't. I guess that's Warner Brothers. That's not. No, is Warner Brothers Looney Tunes? Which one is?
It's the WB.
Yeah, so it's Roadrunner part of.
Roadrunners is.
Truth be told, I kind of only know it from Six Flags. I know that's where Six Flags, for some reason, has.
It isn't that
Looney Tunes endorsement.
Yeah, I think Six Flags has the rights to the Warner Brothers.
I guess now it's all SpongeBob is what you see like. That's the big thugged out cartoon look that I see like all day, every day. People in like.
Yeah.
Yeah, black people really do be loving SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, they like children's stuff for whatever reason. I don't understand.
They like Dragon Ball Z and SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Those are the two things.
I was saying when I was walking over here, I passed like 6 dudes wearing the like Machine Gun Kelly pearl necklace.
I'm going to be a wigger that's into Caillou.
Yeah,
just have Caillou.
I'm going to be into Bob the Builder.
Yeah, he's got a gun. Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, I would be Blue's Clues.
What was the
Blur's Clues.
What was the book with the worm that drove the car? That's an apple.
Richard Scarry.
I think yeah. What was the name of the?
What was it called?
Not the guy that it was like Richard Scarry something.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar or something. What was that?
No, I think that's something different.
Was something different.
It was Richard Scarry's like world or something.
Yeah. Who the fuck was that guy?
I don't know, but I'm gonna.
I'm in a Richard Scurry.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have that, but like the guns
with guns
and money. I'm gonna find new baby shit to thug out via airbrush, mall airbrush.
What is that though? Why are like young wiggers wearing pearl necklaces now? That they like clearly like stole from their grandmothers.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've been seeing it for like the last year, but in the last 2 days I've seen it like 50 times.
It was Machine Gun Kelly started that look.
Yeah, I think it's just a way to signify that you're not like you got a little feminine quality, a little.
I'm fucking gay. Dude, I like pussy, but I'm also fucking gay, dude. I wear pearl necklaces.
Yeah, it's like an evolution of the puka shell necklace, kind of. I think the same person that would have worn that.
Yeah.
Now we'll bust that out.
Yeah, that was another thing my mom didn't let me buy. She was like, "Why do you want this?"
A puka shell necklace?
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
That's good.
I wasn't
parenting.
allowed to have it. In middle school, kids used to get their necks ripped up.
Should I get shell braids?
That'd be sick, dude. But you got to go on vacation to Jamaica and get your groove back.
My groove's not gone. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you got to go there, meet a young man.
I've got groove for days.
You know, no, but you're like, okay. First of all, you have no time, right? There's no time. You don't have enough hours in the day.
There's no time because I'm always keeping time.
Because you're always keeping
time because I'm always on groove.
Right, you're like a stressed out New Yorker.
I'm in the pocket 24/7. Don't worry about me and Groove.
You're a stressed out New Yorker, right? You need to take a trip to New York or to
I'm
Jamaica.
not stressed out. Again,
you don't have enough hours in the day.
I'm in the pocket. I'm not stressed out. I'm keeping time.
You need to meet a Tay Diggs type islander. Get your back blown out.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm like a metronome.
I know what you're saying.
You know, take time.
I'm just saying, you get shell braids when you get your back blown out.
What were we talking about?
In Jamaica? I forgot.
Children's movies? That seems to be the theme kind of materializing on the Adam Friedland show today.
So, Mike, you're a longtime producer for the fine director Abel Ferrara.
This is a real quick thing, plug too. I will be at Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia from September 2nd to the 4th. Those tickets are on sale now. That's next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend. September 2nd through the 4th. We've still got tickets left. I thought I was pushing those more. And thanks to everyone who came out in Irvine. I had the flu the whole week. I don't even know what it was, but some kind of throat infection. I don't remember any of it. It's all a haze, but everyone was very sweet.
I heard it was great.
Everybody was a real sweetheart. That's probably the nicest town I've been to so far. But yeah, please, Philadelphia, come out. I know you people are mean, but we'll have a good time.
Yeah, they'll be like, I thought you were a fag, but you're actually kind of funny.
Dude, Helium's always been my favorite club. Philly
that's what
Helium?
They say.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people say that's one of the best.
When clubs. Like 10 years ago, when I go through there and I'd feature, like the shows, it was always such a weird vibe because you could be crushing and then there'd be somebody that would like yell out. They'd be angry.
You got in trouble for your Second Amendment joke, right?
I don't know if it was something about the Constitution.
Oh, it was the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to the ECW arena.
That was pre-Trump days.
Where is that?
That was like in the Philadelphia. That was like where ECW started. It's like the greatest fan base ever for.
That was just a more extreme WWE, right?
Yeah, but
it's sort of the Rick and Morty of wrestling.
Yeah, like fans bringing like weapons to shows and stuff.
Thinking it's real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know yet.
What kind of weapons? Like a bat with nails in it?
Stuff like that. I went to one show and they had this person actually brought a handicap parking sign, and they glued nails to the outline of the handicap. And there's like a child with a monkey wrench.
Yeah.
Like moshing to that like "Cut My Life into Pieces" song.
That's a great song.
Papa Roach.
And yeah, it was just fans bring weapons night. It was like pretty sick, and so I have like a really high opinion of
fans bring weapons night. That's a good name.
Yeah, they got to bring it back, man.
We should not just for our show.
They should do Bring Your Weapons to Work Day.
Yeah.
And all the women in the office with big tits got to flop them babies out the entire work day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I pitched that, and then that's why I'm not allowed to temp anymore.
That's why you got to start stand-up comedy.
I was like, y'all, why don't we do Bring Your Weapons to Work Day? And the women with big tits, they got to put them on display.
And they're like, we get it, sir, but it's not, we're not allowed to do that in a professional environment.
And we see that you've installed your own PA system throughout the entire office that we didn't have before. I came in on the weekend because I wanted to democratize this place.
I had to wire this shit up.
I want to make sure everyone hears my idea for Bring Your Weapons to Work Day.
Y'all, the bosses are saying no, but what do we think? Anyway.
You're like a dirty bomb.
Yeah, they think we're fucking slaves. You hear that, big-titted women? They think you're a slave. They can't let your fucking weapons out. We know why you're here. So, Mike, what are some of your favorite movies?
It's an interview show.
Yeah.
What's your number one favorite movie?
I'm trying to show Adam how to be an interviewer because he's got to learn how to be an interviewer.
Yeah, Nick's trying to teach me how to talk to people because Nick's really good at it.
You ever go fishing with your grandpa?
I did. Yeah, it was great. I love it.
Yeah, is he dead or alive?
He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? When was? So this must have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
What year would you place it at?
This is like late 80s, early 90s. 80s,
okay, is it a lake or?
Yeah, lake in Wisconsin.
Lake in Wisconsin.
It was nice.
Was it like naturally stocked, or would they put fish in there?
I think it was natural. I don't know what they're doing over there. It was like northern Wisconsin.
So this is early morning, you and your grandpa.
Yeah.
What kind of relationship did you have with him prior to this?
He was kind of like
close, distant?
like he's like an alpha kind of the family, like, you know.
Yeah. Would you say you were afraid of him, or did you feel like you could relate to that, or you couldn't relate to it, but there was like, because he was your grandpa, you didn't feel intimidated by it?
Yeah, that sounds good. Something like that.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, I looked up to him.
So was there like, I mean, and I wouldn't say sexual tension, but perhaps the precursor to that or something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as a young 8-year-old boy, you're with this very strong, you know, you'd say attractive alpha male, and he's taking you fishing, and you're thinking, you know, what? I mean, you don't know how to fish, you're new to fishing. Does it feel like a rite of passage to you? Are you intimidated by this at all?
I would definitely say there was nothing sexual, no chemistry, no early life-altering experiences from this. It's just a nice, normal, wholesome.
That sounds nice.
Sort of family values type.
In like a Midwestern sort of way.
Yeah.
So Midwestern wholesome. So
for the listeners
deep,
at home,
deep sexual undertones. Sure.
Yeah. Very repressed. Mike sounds like a Cali kind of guy, but he's actually from the Midwest. In case the listeners wanted to kind of just place our guests' origins.
So just run us through the day then. It's you and your grandpa. Did you spend the night beforehand? He picks you up. How far away did he live from you?
No, this would be like we go in the summer to like they had like a house,
a lake house.
Yeah, you know, and there's like a.
Were there a lot of bugs?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you remember how the house smelled?
Shut up.
What is this Proust like?
Hmm?
Nothing. I can't believe I said that.
Mike, have you ever read Proust?
Adam's
a huge Proust fan.
I've never. I just know about it from The Sopranos when he says that. It sounds gay.
You know, I dipped a toe in some when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't fucking know, man. The
impact this fishing trip, this
there's very little
sort of
impact.
Sexual on your work.
Yeah. Would you consider? Okay, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I mean that's like the whole David Lynch thing. It's like, you know, his whole philosophy is, you know, he has that whole book like Catching the Fish or some shit where it's like.
I don't know. I
don't know. We don't know about that.
I spent my whole life reading Proust. So
it's like some way to try and lure you into transcendental meditation, but yeah, it's something called metaphor of like fishing. You know, is his backbone of his.
I read Richard Scarry.
Mm-hmm. Would you say there is any kind of through line with your work that could be related to something sexual or some sort of sexual?
Have you directed a sex scene?
Some sort of sexual aberration that may have happened?
No, I don't. Really, that's not really my thing. But it's
Mike's not a horny director. He's not a lascivious. He's not Jewish.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I don't mean
No,
horny. There doesn't need to be like a one.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, this would be like for the therapist. I don't know. I haven't overly thought about this. But
maybe sexual is the wrong word. Let's call it traumatic, but traumatic in in like a Freudian sense. I mean, not necessarily like.
No, I haven't had that much traumatic stuff, so I think making these things
everything
forcing an act of trauma. You know, it's like
like, everything is trauma.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very, very like almost everything is trauma in early childhood.
But making a movie is an act of trauma.
Sure.
Doing this right now is an act of trauma.
Oh, this traumatized.
Yeah, you know, it's like so it's people that like when you don't have enough trauma, you have to create it for yourself. So I don't think there is some like deep-rooted horrible thing that is makes me.
Let's drop the fishing trip. Did you ever visit your elementary school after hours, like after dark, for anything, like maybe like a parent-teacher conference or a PTA meeting or any reason why?
I know what you're talking about.
Well, you had to be at the school after the sun went down, and you saw the building after.
Or like a play, or like a school play.
Some kind of function where you needed to be not middle or high school, but your elementary school in particular after dark.
Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I'd get the fuck out of there immediately. wasn't like really racing.
Have you ever had any dreams of your elementary school where the layout is different and it's unsettling?
I don't know.
Have you ever run through the halls of your high school? Have you ever screamed at the top of your lungs?
No.
No, me neither.
Have you?
No, it's from a song.
Have you ever been to Roy Rogers, the fast food restaurant?
I don't think so. I don't think we had it in Chicago. There's not one here. Where's that?
It's in
there used to be all up and down the East Coast. There still are on the Jersey
Turnpike.
Yeah, 95 still has a couple of Roy Rogers. probably the best French fries of any.
Well, I don't want to blow up the spot, but Steven and I have been going to this new Taco Bell on 3rd Avenue.
It's good?
It's like the sickest one.
It hits.
It's like very...
Is it a cantina?
It's not a cantina, so you don't have that aspect of people getting drunk. It's just very clean, new, nice, high quality.
I like the concept
ranch.
of the Taco Bell cantina, a more adult version. Because I'm like, it kind of scares me off Taco Bell. Typically, it feels like it's too baby.
See, the only place I know the word cantina from is Star Wars.
Yeah.
So when I heard
It's
that,
confusing.
I thought it was going to be more of like a Jabba's Palace sort of vibe.
Yeah.
I thought there would be an elephant guy playing some keyboards. I thought there would be a little Jewish monkey laughing at everybody.
You thought Han shot first. You know about that, Nick?
I'm sure Mike knows
Mike,
about
you know
it.
about it? You don't like Star Wars?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you watch Star Wars in film school?
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, why don't they teach you good movies like Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You got any upcoming dates you want to plug? Or
Yeah, are you doing stand-up anytime?
No, I'm not really doing jack. I'm not doing shit right now.
Do you have any
I'm
like
just fucking
projects
around.
you're working on?
I'm trying to do some writing right now.
Gotcha.
And
you should
just
honestly.
enter this next,
the story
phase.
about going fishing with your grandpa is really mind blowing. I would do something with that.
Yeah, this could be something. I do want to go ice fishing. Actually, I've been having like I hate the.
With your grandpa?
Well, I can't do that.
He's
but-
Well, that's why
this could
through
be-
your work
yeah.
you could write. That's you, your grandpa. You're dropped into Alaska. It's the show alone, but it's you and your grandpa. This time he's mentally disabled, and you're morbidly obese, and together you find love, perhaps, or something. Obviously
you
not
find
so
you
not so
get a fish.
explicit, but we just get 2 hours of sexual tension between you and your grandpa in Alaska.
Fuck it, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Ice fishing sounds good.
and it's called the Santa Claus 4.
The Santa Claus 4. Ice fishing with my grandfather in a gay way.
Mike, is there any questions you would like to be asked?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, Mike, you were telling me before the show started that you've been following up on the life of Andy Dick.
Yeah, he's like one of the.
He's a
real
fascination of yours?
He's a national treasure, man. He's one of these like last guys that didn't get the memo about anything, just doing what he wants. And I've just been over like COVID. I started watching all these live streams and just sort of following all these sort of degenerate nut jobs who go around causing trouble. And then I was shocked when Andy Dick like had some relapse, and he's now just like for the last 4 months or something, just riding around in RVs, groping everyone, getting fucked up.
I would say we should get
madman.
we should hand out GoPros to every bum in America. And then there's a cable on every cable package in America. There's something called the Homeless Channel.
And it's a live stream. Constant.
Well, it's not a live stream, but you figure out 24 hours of programming where you use the GoPro footage, and then you give it to an editor that has to figure out a different kind of show for each homeless person.
100%.
So one of them has SVU.
Right.
It's like, I'm a detective, motherfucker. And then somehow make it look like he solved something. You take one schizophrenic sentence they have, and then use that as a jumping off point. Then pick another show. Yeah, she wrote a murder. I'll write you a murder right now. And then we have Murder, She Wrote.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Bump.
Yeah.
And it's all on the Homeless Channel.
Yeah, you could have a homeless guy that thinks he's Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
360. I need 360 for the bus. And all I need, sir, all I'm asking for is 360. And then we the Anderson Cooper. I'm here with E.G. and Carol. So you gonna let that man fuck you, but I can't fuck you? Why? 'Cause I'm outside?
That'd be good.
And you get in exchange for getting some beer, getting some methadone or whatever. Then you have like thousands of these channels you can flip back and forth from it, and it's like you're getting unlimited content. And most people, you always see it in fashion too, that they're always, they are schizophrenics have the most vanguard, taste of everything. That's why they're always dressing in ways that a normal person wouldn't come up with, coming with jokes that Yeah, none of us would be great. It'd be non-stop entertainment. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Do schizophrenics dress cool? I'm trying to think of...
Yeah, basically Balenciaga just rips off how schizophrenics dress.
I'm trying to think of schizophrenic. There was a weird turn like 4 years ago where young women started dressing like crack addicts.
Derelict was very informative for where fashion is gone.
Like the fuzzy pullover, zipper pullover, and the big Reeboks.
Yep.
And then the straight jeans. That's just like crack addict.
Yeah. Dusters. They love oversized coats.
Yeah, layers. Like you wear like in the summertime wearing a winter coat. You know, that's an idea that a socialized person wouldn't think of doing, except or like in the wintertime wearing shorts and stuff.
Are there really any like schizophrenic like popular artists now like there used to be? Like I feel like there was a period where you could really be a fucking freak and be making stuff, and that doesn't really exist anymore.
I can't think of one. I don't think there are popular artists anymore. I think that's like I think Banksy is probably the most famous artist in the world.
Demi Lovato is as close as you get to like a schizophrenic.
Oh, because she changes her gender constantly.
Well, she's got a lot of problems.
Yeah,
I don't think that's probably the only one that's like borders on.
She seems like a real wacko. I mean, Britney Spears, I guess, is publicly very crazy, but she's not an active artist.
Yeah,
at this point,
Cher's pretty good.
Cher, but is she crazy? I don't know.
I think she's just old.
She's just an old bitch. Bitch, you crazy.
Mike, are you a Cher fan?
I don't really have a strong stance. I'm not anti-Cher. I'm not listening
Do you think Sonny Bono was murdered?
I do not think. I mean, he could have been. I'm open-minded. Do you think Joan Rivers was murdered?
No, I think she was just old. I think she suffered from the same problem.
Do people think she was murdered?
Well, she said stuff about the Obamas that were like, she's calling Obama gay president.
It would be funny if Obama killed Joan Rivers. He's like, we got to do something. I don't mind all these fucking other people online. But Joan Rivers, she's too mean. It's easy to kill her.
It hurts my feelings.
97 years old. Push her down a flight of stairs.
How'd she die? She died in her house?
I think during surgery. I think it was like a plastic surgery. She just called Michelle.
Oh, it sounds
Obama,
like a murder.
Said she was a dude. She said stuff about Obama. All this stuff was going on. And then this very edgy, comedian, next thing you know, they're going for routine surgery. Don't come back.
Interesting.
Wow, so she's on the kill list.
What would you say about Obama if you were going into surgery?
To give the kill order to Joan Rivers?
No, I mean, if you were going into surgery and if you wanted to, are you an Obama fan or?
Yeah. At times I think I liked him at the beginning. I'm not necessarily.
You like when he was putting Chirac on the map?
Yeah.
Do you think they should change the name of Chirac now that the Iraq War is over?
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
Chaiwan, perhaps.
Chai Crane.
Chai Crane doesn't really have the right ring to it.
Yeah.
Chai Crane is not bad though.
Chai Crane's not bad, but I feel like
Chaiwan is better.
Chaiwan. We're waiting, and that gets ahead of that's
because that's the next war.
It's ahead of the game.
Yeah, that's the next war.
No one gives a fuck about Ukraine anymore. Yeah. It's also
Are they still doing that?
There's also a bunch of white people in Ukraine, so you know that the people who came up with Chirac would probably not appreciate it.
Yeah, it's true.
How about Shafrica? I said Chirac. Why don't they call this place fucking Shafrica?
I have heard Chicongo.
Chicongo? Wow, that's going hard.
Yeah. Chicongo.
That's pretty hard.
Mm.
Damn. Who came up with that? Chief Keef?
Yeah, I think it was around that.
Now, you're a Chicago native, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The pizza, big fan or no?
It's great, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your best?
You ever been
one?
to the pizza oven, brick pizza oven, and growler pizza oven Sam? I may be forgetting the name. Pizza oven grill, pizza grill oven, something like that.
I don't know.
It's a place Mike Racine made me go, and they had like big, one of those sandwiches where they just bake a pizza into itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the good. It's one of the few things you can't get here. That's hot shit. I fuck with it, and can still only get it when I go home. So,
Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pizza place in Chicago?
There was some place called like Giordano's or Eduardo's.
Was your grandfather like a Chicago guy?
Yeah. Midwest, yeah.
Okay, but
he lived in Chicago though for most of my life.
Oh, okay. Did he ever take you around town?
Not really.
And he drove like a Donald Duck car, basically, like a Wooga, and he'd pull up.
Mm-hmm.
And
you like get pussy off that.
In like an alligator suit.
Yeah. Did he have a big watch on a chain?
I don't think so.
Was he kind of like maybe like the outline of his dick in his pants?
Did he wear like a New Jack Swing kind of suit?
Yeah, no, I think this is all not.
Oh, we're thinking
accurate,
of someone else.
Descriptions.
We're thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
He was mixed race, or
no,
just a little bit like a what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all very inaccurate.
No, that's not fair.
Not what the scene was like.
No, but your grandfather was Chicago native Michael Mann.
It was not.
It was not.
Have you ever seen?
It is weird to think of Michael Mann as
Michael Mann, perhaps like out and about in Hollywood, or?
No, I've never seen the guy. He
Well, I guess the thief was Chicago.
Yeah, no,
but they kept going to LA to do the thieves, and then they went back to Chicago.
Yeah, I've never.
He kind of bailed on your city. He got really into Miami and LA.
I mean, he's such a freak. Yeah, I love that interview for Black Hat when it came out, where he's like, before writing this movie, I had to learn what electricity was, and like trying to figure out like how to build.
Was that before Thief?
Like no, before Black Hat.
Oh, Black Hat.
And I was like,
I love that movie.
He's just such a fucking out there dude.
Yeah. He had to learn about electricity.
Yeah,
I always thought it'd be great if they did a sequel to that movie called Child Pornography Hat. And it's about the best, guy who downloads child pornography, and then he gets recruited by the FBI to do hacking,
right?
And then he has to explain to them. I don't know. I just look at child pornography.
I'm just good at child pornography. I don't actually know.
And then
hack.
Because of how the court system works, they've already let him out of jail.
Right, they've given him the pass
because of double jeopardy. They can't send him back to jail. So then he sort of found a loophole where he's allowed to look at as much child pornography as he wants, and he's got a login at the FBI's website, so he has access to all of it. This treasure trove, and it's sort of like a Wolf of Wall Street, like rise and fall fever dream of this guy masturbating 24 hours a day to just terabytes and terabytes of FBI produced and owned child pornography.
He's not helping them catch anyone.
Yeah, and he beats off so much.
He just has the best computer.
He gets a sore on his dick that becomes infected, and he loses his genitals.
Yeah.
And now he's like, it's obviously Leo DiCaprio is playing him.
It's kind of a rise and fall story.
Now I don't have a dick anymore.
Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
It's like the end of Casino, right? Yeah. Where he has to go back to being just a handicap.
There actually has to be someone doing that. That is a true story that you're telling here.
Mm-hmm.
So
they hire hackers, right, to like create internet security, like cybersecurity.
I have no idea.
I think that's what they do.
Yeah. I don't think they do anything.
Well, no, not the FBI, but like, Facebook or whatever. They'll hire hackers that have like compromised their security protocols or whatever.
Yeah, well,
my main point is that
it's weird that's the only crime they do that with, I guess they used to do it with check bouncing.
Really?
That's the catch me
if you're like a check forger, they're like, we need you to teach.
That's where Frank Abagnale wound up.
Yeah, it's pimp.
Yeah.
That movie.
You should have him on the show. Once you figure out how to interview people.
Frank Abagnale.
I've alienated our guest. I apologize by asking too many probing questions about Big Dick Granddaddy, but we'll get to the bottom of it one way or the other.
Dude, I saw my grandfather's dick one time and it left a lasting impression on me, and I don't want to talk about it.
They were built different in the 20s. What can we say?
Why did they all... it's not the dick, it's the testicles.
These guys go around soft with a fucking Arizona iced tea can.
It's insane. Every gym I've ever been to, every gym locker room, it's just like, what was going on? Have dicks gotten smaller?
They must have.
It's just so funny. It's so funny to be at that stage in life, and it's a useless dick too.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a Lincoln Town car in your pants. It's so funny.
Wow. I'm sorry if this is hitting too close to home.
Oh yeah, it's just
taking you back to that lake outside of Chicago
with his grandfather's massive
where,
car.
unbeknownst to you, you decided to become a filmmaker.
No, it's in northern Wisconsin.
Who's the most beautiful actress that if you could cast in a movie? You could cast in a movie about beauty. Who would you cast?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, just pick one. It's just an interview.
Yeah, just pick one. Come on, Mike.
I don't fucking know. This is like an yeah. Who the fuck was like the hot new? Yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
I don't know the good names of any women either.
Mm-hmm.
These people.
I try not to.
You know, they say the key to interviewing is you try to have a conversation and not ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been really peppering Mike with questions.
Like I said, dude, I'm just a groove meister.
I'm just keeping
time.
You're the time master.
I'm just here to set a tempo.
Yeah, it's true.
Bop it up, 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 bop it up.
But really, Mike, one reason that I think you'd be a good resource for the show is that you're like an expert on old public access oddities and stuff. And really, in some ways, those guys were making their own TV shows, and that's kind of what Nick and I are trying to do. And like, you know, like, do you see the vision that I'm trying to?
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, I do love public access so much, and like, it was kind of heartbreaking. I got rid of my cable box like a year ago, like during COVID, but I used to watch that stuff 24/7, you know. And there's all these great sort of talk shows that were on it. They were great because it'd be like some like the Black Israelites or something. Or there was this one I really like called like Late Night with Johnny P. It was like a Staten Island.
Johnny P.E.E.
Just P, the letter. And they interview like some guy that was on The Sopranos for 1 second.
Well, and we're back. Pour me another glass. I'm gonna get into it here.
I mean, no, but they would. But there are
delicious. Anyways, the sewer system is really in trouble here.
I'm just a fucking common piss drinker from Staten Island.
Listen, I'm just some Italian retard that drinks piss for a living. But I can tell you, this Eric Adams guy is really fixing a lot of the problems that de Blasio caused, but creating his own kind of problems. And as a New Yorker, what we need, Mike, what do you think? What do you think New York needs? You're a New Yorker.
We gotta clean up the streets, man.
You gotta clean up the streets?
We need a hero.
With a gun or with actually clean them because they're filthy?
I think both, yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, you can clean things with guns.
How do you feel about broken windows policing?
I mean, I think it's pretty logical.
That it's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty gnarly out right now, you know, and I think they have to do something.
It has gotten wilder during COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like the freaks really like came out of wherever they were.
Completely, and like the weed thing is just totally out of control.
You know what I think we need, rather than just the broken windows, is like, you know how you go to some bad neighborhoods and they have the generator with the big lights up.
Yeah.
So we do that, but on a more massive and micro scale. Is that we get drones that shine a spotlight on every black person in New York City individually. Well, just, you know, I mean, just so that they each have their own spotlight. That's we're just blasting them.
I don't know about that idea.
24/7.
I don't know about that idea.
Okay, well.
Well, you mean like they're performers, kind of like they're at a concert or something?
That's what we'll tell them.
That's what you meant.
That's how we'll sell it.
Wait, can you want to tell us about this P guy? Because I feel like you know a lot about people trying to make their own TV shows, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk to you. Because I think that you could have some good insights for us.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a good one. It was that was a classic one where it's like a very small scale thing, marketing it like it's a hit. You know, it's like interview one guy that was on The Sopranos for 1 second, you know, or a guy dressed like it, and like acting like it's a real Hollywood thing, or then there'd be like like Joan Quinn profile, some like old lady in her living room doing the high class like interviews, an extra in a play, you know.
Yeah.
And just just totally eccentric, great shows, and that you would never get served up from algorithm or something. Just flipping through the channels, see what's on MNN at 3 in the morning.
Is MNN still happening?
I think so. Yeah, it's like near Times Square somewhere. It's just like a studio.
Yeah,
that you can rent out.
The M&M store.
It's not the M&M store. It's like a television studio, but it's by the M&M store. Actually, you can hit both. We could have actually probably.
Have you ever just out and about in Hollywood met any of the M&Ms? The talking ones. I don't mean the.
Have you met the yellow one or?
No, man.
No. Is the yellow one? Does he have Down syndrome? Is that true or?
No, he just has that voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his voice. Yeah, it's like a deeper voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brown M&M. That's the sexy one.
No, the green one.
I think both green and brown are.
Brown's also a slut.
Yeah, she's a black woman with glasses.
Oh, glasses are kind of sexy on a girl.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's weird that they never made any of the Skittles. It's just the California raisins and the M&Ms.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should do like kind of a thing to show, like, like an anti.
Are the Skittles all gay guys?
An anti-miscegenation or pro-miscegenation sort of like marketing campaign. That's the red M&M, and he's married to one of the California raisins.
Yeah, I think, like Skittles have like a kind of tropical vibe, right?
Yeah.
It's like tropical.
The Samoan.
Yeah. Like they're island guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're tasting the rainbow.
Mm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, as an idea.
Mike, do you like candy in general? Or?
What's your favorite candy?
I like bottle caps are pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I like Smarties, like that kind of.
Like a sweet,
like
sweet tart kind of.
Chalky kind of.
Yeah, chalky, tarty sort of.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess so. I'm not much of a candy person myself.
Oh, you don't like candy?
I'm not crazy. I mean, I just don't go crazy for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the police department could use any kind of animal to stop crime besides, German shepherds, what would you select? Perhaps boa constrictor? We'll start you off there, and then you can.
Yeah, that's a really tricky one. I guess it. Yeah, something like really. Maybe like. Just like a trillion roaches or something.
Oh, okay.
an army of roaches. That'd be good.
Even more. I know we have a lot,
spray?
but imagine like
a hose. A hose that bugs come out of.
Like a giant mass bug exploding. Like a projectile mass bug shooting machine.
Be ideal if
That's
you
a good
could
idea.
Incorporate that into the spotlight drones.
Yeah. If they're up to no good,
right?
Then we just have
light turns off. Here come the bugs.
The police bugs.
It's like a hose.
And if you step on one, if you step on one, you're assaulting an officer and you're doing hard time.
Right. Yeah.
Then you're going to the slammer.
Yeah.
And no one. Well, I guess they respect a cop killer in there, but no one's. They're going to give you a little bit of a rough ride on the way to the station.
You get the Freddie Gray treatment.
Yeah. That fucking roach. He was a good officer.
Mm-hmm. Out about in Hollywood, do you talk to celebrities much that regret posting black squares yet, or does that seem to be the talk on the Rodeo Drive, or in at the McLaren dealership in Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
I think everyone just pretends they didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What's the closest you ever got to Jeffrey Epstein in Hollywood?
Rick Moranis, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Have you met anyone on the flight logs?
I haven't looked at. I don't know who's on the flight logs.
Sounds
probably. I mean, hasn't everyone met someone probably? Or
yeah. Rick Moranis famously quit acting when his wife died.
It's respectable.
That's how people react to it. They say it's noble or something.
But it's not. What is he? He's doing it because he wants to stop hanging out with her?
Well, he wanted to spend more time with his kids.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I thought that he was acting so he could get out of the damn house because his wife was being a little bit of a bitch.
Oh, have you heard that in your
I haven't
travels?
heard that.
Was Rick Moranis a wife beater or not?
He was beaten though, right?
Oh yeah, he got his ass beat.
He did.
Do you remember when he got his ass?
Yeah, he got knockout game.
Yeah.
But that was during the knockout game news cycle. He was the only like person that anyone could pinpoint having actually been knockout gamed.
Yeah, it seemed to bring everyone together. There was a big outcry for catch the Rick Moranis knockout game.
Let's get this the Central Park 5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interview questions. Mike, do you think aliens built the pyramids? And if so, what kind of alien?
Yeah.
I think it was just people, probably.
Jewish people.
I don't know enough about who is...
Are you a conspiracy theorist in general, or?
No, definitely not.
Are there any that you're on board with?
Well, I mean, I was dropping the Joan Rivers...
Obama thing?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any good ones. No, I don't know. Nothing at the moment comes to mind.
You ever see the movie Eight-Legged Freaks?
Oh, there's like the spider horror.
Yeah.
I don't know
what
if
would you do if that happened to you?
He hasn't seen it.
Wait, what happens in that?
Such a stupid question. Nick got himself good on that one. What happens? There's a big spider. I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
It's just big spiders.
What would you do? Dude, we're going to be so good at interviewing.
Stomp the fucking spider out.
It's too big.
They're too big. They're about the size of the coffee table here.
That big? Oh, that's not that big.
I mean,
you got a big fat guy to stomp the
when you have that
table.
adrenaline, you get extra strength, so you just have to go kamikaze.
Do you think the Michelin Man has any kind of like accent? Like a French accent?
You haven't heard his voice.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
never hear
point.
his accent.
It definitely seems high pitched, probably.
Yeah.
And I could see a little French or Canadian or something.
What do you think is the sexiest type of accent that you've ever heard? Man or woman? Maybe like an older Midwestern sort of accent? Like the kind of grandfather, right?
I don't know. I fucking know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a dead body?
I don't think so. I remember I was walking through the park one time when I was a kid, and I walked by like a garbage can, and there was like 2 feet coming out of it. It's like someone was like upside down in the garbage can, and it seemed pretty dubious.
That doesn't seem like the kind of way somebody would dump a body.
Yeah, I think it's probably okay. But no, I'm trying to think.
But the feet were just...
if it wasn't like a murder that was like a mentally disabled person throwing away their little brother because they didn't know to tell their parents first.
Yeah. So it could have been.
Yeah.
I've seen shit.
It was an older brother with intellectual disabilities that found his 8-year-old brother dead from choking.
Have you seen this blanket homeless person in like the East Village?
What blanket?
Have you seen it?
This dude who always has like a blanket over
He's
his...
always got a blanket over him.
I see him like near Washington Square Park a lot.
He's around. It's really scary.
Sorry can you explain to me how that's different than most homeless people?
He's covered in a blanket and you just see feet at the bottom.
I feel like that's a lot of them.
It's the only time I've seen it. He's moving with the blanket on him, like a ghost, kind of.
He just wears it in a unique sort of manner, distinct.
If you saw it, you would know what I'm talking
about. Like
a
Pac-Man ghost.
What do you mean?
A druid,
Mike, real
almost.
quick. Pac-Man coming back, yes or no? Will
Yeah,
we see
I think
a comeback?
it's timeless, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You play?
Yeah, you've seen that guy, though?
Are you an arcade game aficionado? Gamer?
A little bit, not... Yeah.
What are you playing these days?
Very... I like the original Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario?
What did he
the
do?
Intellectual choice.
What was Dr. Mario?
It's just like some germs like dropping down, kind of like in a Tetris-like
It was germs.
thing.
Mm.
And
He wasn't like doing gynecology or, like delivering a baby.
I don't think so. It's for children. That would be sort of bizarre.
Well, it'd be educational.
Would it?
I don't know.
I'm fucking with that a little bit. It's like old simple shit.
No, he just likes movies, dude. He's a film director. We're not talking about movies, Mike.
Well, that's because you want to try to get a different kind. Mike could go on any show and they could just ask him what his favorite movie is. We're trying to do something different, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
was playing a little Mario Sunshine the other day.
What's that?
That's like about cleaning up the streets. It's like
It is about cleaning. Literally,
it's like a broken windows thing.
It's like an anti-graffiti kind of thing. You have like a water pack.
Mario has this little backpack that's got a spotlight on it, and there's these little like dark guys in the town that are causing trouble.
Oh, the mushroom guys, the Koopas.
Yeah, but they're dark. They're possessed by some kind of. It's called like the jungle spirit or something in the game, and you have to shine a light on them to fix them.
Wow.
But you have to hold it on them.
But then the twist is that
they run when
Eric Adams is making him do it.
Yeah.
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 He's working for Mayor Eric Adams.
Yeah.
So is it racist? Or is it self-hatred?
I don't know if he's working for Eric Adams in the game.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't take place in New Donk City.
No, Mario Sunshine. Why don't you tell us about it?
I mean, I just was like playing the first level the other day, and I was on Delphine, some shit island. I don't know, Delphine Island. I don't know, just some tropical shit. He's got a jetpack, cleaning up some like graffiti.
So it's Mario on a private island.
Yeah.
So you think that
but there is some Epstein-looking stuff on it. Definitely, big time. There's a lot of those weird structures and.
Yeah. The symbols too.
Yeah.
The Nambla symbol, or at least the boy love symbol, appears.
What is
many
the boy
times.
love symbol?
Many, many, many times.
What does it look like?
It's like two triangles, two just like what are they called? What is it called? Equilateral triangles, and one's facing down and one's facing up,
and they're interlinked.
They're overlapped with each other.
No, you're thinking of something else.
No,
yeah, that's the.
It should be like one small triangle and one big triangle.
No, it's one equilateral triangle, one's pointing up,
else.
And then one that's pointing down.
And they're over each other. I know what he's doing. He's doing he's doing an anti-Semitism. And guess what? We could all see through it immediately.
Okay.
All right, let's get our in studio. We need to get an in studio bitch to look things up. Not you. We need to get like a porny looking kind of woman, like Lewis has. You know. Can we look that up?
We're already blowing a lot of money on new employees.
That's true.
That are doing stuff like checking your voicemail for you, or typing text messages for you. Or
no one's doing that.
Doing a lot. We've already got a couple of assistants for you. So I think if we add anybody else,
I said I only need 3.
We should go skilled labor. I think from here on out. And no more
Well, I have one assistant for the show that just rides the the subways and then catalogs what teenagers are wearing. So they can get me that for my wardrobe. So I can wear like a lot like a, kind of like an urban youth kind of aesthetic for when we get the set and like everything's set up.
I think we should get you a Darth Vader costume.
That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
That would be kind of sick.
And then the buttons, they do different impressions of people. It'll automatically... because Adam's kind of lacking in that department, but necessary for any talk show host is a solid repertoire of impressions.
Yeah.
So we get you a Darth Vader outfit, but it allows you to, do impressions. He needed that suit because he burned off most of his body. Is that the story?
Yeah, he was fighting Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then Obi-Wan had the high ground.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of him standing on it, like maybe 1 foot higher.
Mike, have you ever had that happen where you've had a falling out with a mentor or a lover, perhaps? Like a
lover's quarrel?
A platonic lover.
Definitely.
Like a male friend that you were in love with.
Had to dump some, not in love with, but, had to dump some friends.
And how did that feel?
It feels like a breakup, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but it's... And it doesn't even work because they still keep, pop up.
Would you wish harm on them? Or?
Absolutely not, no.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Would you say that you would wish that they would criticize the Obamas before a surgery, perhaps?
I mean, yeah, sure. That would be...
that would solve a lot.
Wouldn't be my... involve me, but it would be okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Adam, have you had any good ideas recently?
I can't think of one.
You can't think of one?
Why
don't you tell us a little bit more about your glasses?
I've had them for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're, I get the same frames. I've had like 3 or 4 of them. They keep, whenever they break, I get the
same
same
Oliver
ones.
Peoples?
They're Riley R. Oliver People. I got them right after college, like 15 years ago.
Interesting. Did you get those because of American Psycho?
25 years ago. I believe he was wearing The same ones. Maybe the Gregory Peck ones. Maybe no. He was wearing the metal ones. No, but we should. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's just about it. I mean, I could have. That's all I can think of for that. What about your classes? Where'd you get yours?
I wear Moscot.
Yeah.
You know I wear nothing but Moscot.
Moscot's cool. When I went to Japan, they were upset. Like all the glasses stores that I walked past, there was like a sign that said we have Moscot glasses.
Do you wear glasses, Mike?
No, I don't.
Is it because you have perfect vision, or?
I have perfect vision, yeah, but I also don't. But I don't wear sunglasses either.
Do you think that led to your decision to become a filmmaker?
Yeah,
as a child, they would always praise your eyes. They said this man has
such a clear vision here of everything. Yeah,
and
probably. No, but yeah, I don't know, I feel weird wearing glasses.
At what point did you say I'm going to be a filmmaker? You knew that's what you were going to do.
I mean, it seemed just like really easy because it was like you see these people do one movie and then they don't do shit for like 5 years, and then the math is it's a month to shoot something. So tactically, it seemed like a very smart
job
thing to do. Yeah,
only because being Dr. Mario was not.
Yeah, but then I realized that they're actually working all in the in between. But then
that sucks. That really backfired.
Yeah, but it still turned out okay. But I don't know. I guess I tried doing it in college for a second, but I took a bunch of these classes and they were so horrible.
You took a bunch of what classes?
Just some film classes. And this is so awful. I don't want to do this. And then I don't know, just kept taking more. And then I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just keep doing." And then I worked at Kim's for a while.
Kim's Video, famous New York
institution.
For the people who aren't familiar with Kim's, why don't you explain Kim's and the history?
It was this place in the East Village that was probably like the biggest video store here.
And why is it called Kim's?
It's run by this Korean guy, Mr. Kim.
And what did he sound like? Or
he was a very imposing.
If you wanted to do his voice, maybe.
I don't think I could do it. Okay. But because I never really talked to him. He barely even. I don't think I've heard him talk enough. He just would come in, shut up. He goes, does whatever. But
did he have an interesting smell? Would you say?
I would not. I don't know. Yeah, it's just this like place in the East Village, a giant place, total freak show, and just had all sorts of mix of just the gnarliest, weirdest people coming in all day. And I did meet a lot of the people that I work with and a lot of our friends from there. And that was sort of made it sort of doable to work with your friends versus rather this school way of doing things.
You worked with Sean?
What does it feel like? What does it feel like to have friends? How would you describe that feeling?
You got a lot of friends.
You have a lot of friends.
I think it's what a wonderful thing, man. Have nice friends. So fuck it up. I mean,
would you say your work sort of embodies the esprit du friendship?
Oh yeah, completely. I don't know what the fuck I mean. I don't know what the fuck I mean.
Did you ever have like at the video store? You ever have like a famous person come try to buy a movie?
Yeah, we had David Bowie was the big one. He was like trying to act like he wasn't. His name was David Jones, and trying to do the whole.
Did he wear
just regular guy by himself? But it's a good mix of like people like that, and then just abject, porn weirdos, anime people.
Did you have a porn section behind a beaded curtain?
There was a porn room, but there wasn't a beaded. But it was like off around the corner.
When did Kim's Video close? 2014.
Around then, but the St. Mark's one was kind of the great one, and then that was probably closed around. Yeah, maybe around 2000, a little bit before 2014, probably. Now it's like I walked by it the other day, and I think some type of like Muay Thai gym or something. I saw people like powerlifting and doing all this like crazy shit in the window, and then it's that barcade on the first floor. But I guess now there's that Alamo Draft House in the financial district where they brought all the movies got dumped at some place in Italy. There's some like community service thing. They're gonna create some new town that was some video utopia.
They're making a video town
where everyone could rent movies and have a great time. But I think it was some shady.
What are they calling it? Wop Buster?
Yeah. And then they somehow brought it back to New York.
So some shady Italians stole all the movies from Kim's?
Yeah, basically. And then Mr. Kim wanted it all together as like a collection. So they said created this vision of this town that was going to be in the middle of nowhere in Italy. That's like you can bow down to this collection and just watch, weird Fassbinder movies and anime all day and stuff. And but I guess it was all sort of just rotting in some basement somewhere in reality. And now it's back in like by Wall Street at that Alamo Draft House. Yeah. I haven't been there yet, but
I don't really like the Draft House. I think it's a fascist institution.
Yeah. I don't like them either. But you don't like it because they're like mean about your phone or something?
It's a tattletale environment.
It is a tattletale
It's a place for Karens and cops.
Yeah. When they play that voicemail before the movie starts of that drunk girl that's like, I've never been treated this
misogynistic, by the way.
Yeah, it's misogynistic.
They enforce their rule via humiliating some dumb drunk bitch.
Yeah.
We really know who the don't talk in the theater rules are being levied against.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I mean, it's off-putting, but I think we should be so lucky as to have these places. Like
the best theater in New York City closed, which was Court Street Theaters, because that place was just complete anarchy.
I think if you want complete silence, you need to make enough money to have your own movie theater.
Yeah.
I think if you're expecting any kind of shared space to be, special for you.
I was at Court Street watching John Wick 2, I think, and a woman just brought like 25 Tupperwares of dinner. She kept just like opening them, eating so loudly, like talking with her mouth full during the meal. It was a great experience. Very communal.
What was she eating?
She had chicken. She had a lot of stuff. I remember she had pieces of rotisserie chicken that were like boxed up into different boxes. It was kind of enterprising, but it was all for herself.
Rotisserie in French, that's probably
roti.
It just means like rotational chicken or something because it spins around. Mm-hmm. That sounds way less appetizing. Like if you're a French guy and somebody was like,
Poulet
"Hey,
roti.
do you want any rotated chicken?" I'd be like, "No, that sounds disgusting." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but alternatively, microwave to a French ear probably sounds great.
Microwave.
Oh, microwave.
Microwave.
What good it mean? I do not know what good it mean.
So, Mike, what do you think could be done to fix the media?
Yeah, people just need to make good shit. I mean, it's whatever. It's not like,
nice. That's a good answer.
Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. It's certainly been a learning experience for Adam to get better at interviewing people. Hopefully, you're not too offended about whatever.
Your grandfather's mouth was cock.
Did that upset you?
No, it's just an inaccurate representation of.
So what was
it? Small? Did he
have a small
big?
dick?
What
was it like?
I have no fucking clue what size, man. That's some gay shit, man.
That's a good point.
Well, it's not gay. I mean,
it is some gay shit.
No, it's just. I mean, your grandfather had a dick and it had a size.
No, but to remember that means you have a man's dick in your brain.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. I'm not going to argue.
That's why
with
anytime I've ever seen a man's dick, I hit my head really hard.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not trying to actively gauge these things in situations.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to hit stop on the recorder, and then Adam is going to. It's going to be a seamless transition to Adam thanking our producers and associate producers of the Adam Friedland Show.
I have to say all their names?
Yes, you do.
Really?
That's 100% of the deal.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and print those names out, and Adam's going to read them off. And
how many names
the producers first, and then I will lower the volume, and then Adam will read the associate producers.
That's a good idea.
At a slightly faster speed at a lower volume.
I'll go as fast as I can.
Yeah, and to answer your question, there's probably total about 350 to 400 names you're going to have to read.
Hi, this is Adam. Thanks again to our guest, Mike Bilandic. And thank you very much to our producers. Thank you, Jacob Grimm, Jack Dayton, Helios, Matt Millum, Kyber Lanebach, Brandon Blaylock, Silas Zareski, Liam, Brian Allen, Olivia, a girl, Ronald, Michael Whitman, Evan, Dua Lipa's Pussy, Tony Coker, Fatso Beef, Abu Bakar al-Baghdadi, Ben Taylor, John Sargent III, Sean Freeman, Boris, Kipchak Slim, Jimmy Chocolate Cream Boy Genius, Jacob Landrum, Eric Bunt, That Guy 58, at the Adam Friedland Show Girl on IG, the dumbest bitch in the whole world, Surya Deer, Zach Z, Bomb Ass Dank Ass Down Up North, Not My Real Name, Norvin English, Green the Fifth, Debaser, Lennon Yowell, El Greco, Keith, Jesh Mohan, Brian Murray, Matt Bagley, Blackest Crows, No Salvation, Yoav Wertheim, one of my friends over there, Ravioli Yum Yum, Josiah, Volcano Farts, Ethan Green, Alright Guy, Jacob Foster, Brian Cronin, Nick Berry, Joseph Stalin, Dry County Blues, Samuel Erickson, Jiska, Stephen Holbrook, Gabriel Mauricio, Ronald Rusty, Sam Kirshenheider. I love planes and comms. My name is Amaya Nilkanth. Doc Skirata. Aaron Brannon, Tim Dayan, Sonic the Hedge Fund, Levy, Henry Q. Danielson, John Doe, Frank Ruane, Kerry Finn Holstetler, Thomas Chalker, Jeff Secord, John Lee, Lauren, Winky, Sam Zico, Deacon 3005, Ray, Michael Swartz, Brian Dixon, LJ111, Seth McBride, Oaxaca Flocka Flame, Bento, Arthifol, Badger, Yahia Coley, Shane J. Elby, Foog State, Gavin Dasuta, Daniel Camden, Aziv, Jeffrey Winterland, Brett Chrisman, Colton, Quinn Q, Hans Minea, William White, Caleb Gonzalez, David Nolan Jr., Mike Boyer, Brian Cassels, George Grimwood, Kurt Van Hoy, Kevin Delacroix, Jacob Hilton, Derek Ontiverios, Adam Luer, Andrew Moores, Tom Wilkinson, great actor, Joel Corrente, Chicken Lips, Sarah Bonde, Aaron Krause, Mediocrison, John Blewett, Brendan Hannaford, Joseph Hall, Michael, Jacob Sauber Cavazos, Matt Manchester, E. Hunt, Fielding Carpenter, Nick Thornton, Zodiac Griller, F.I., Jack Dayton, Dakota Rogers, Dante de Blasio, Cabron Fiber, Joe Cullen, Wolfgang Schmidt, Munz, Dahlia Zahava, Ben, John, Andre Castaneda Chavez, Sludge Fuxwell, Elfidio Quinones, Ollie, John Hartman, Davok, Stateside Reds, Derek Culver, Noah Souza, Julia Plumber, Harry Taint. Very funny on that one, Harry Taint. Thomas Bronner, Mark, Nathaniel Lesra, Lord Oglar, Mike BR, Edward Daniel Smith, Dostoevsky Bot, Manuel Vera, David Gebhard, Glenn Lee Chun, Craig, Liz, Alberto, Jinan, Benjamin Collins, Big Mike, KB, Jacob, Jacob Notag, Jay, Billy Ziskray, Kyle Friedland, Head Mosley, Area N, Dane Mercuro, Charlie Ambler, Sawyer, Eric D. Schmidt, Brian Hurst, Rick Richardovich. Thank you. And now for our associate producers. Thank you very much to the font. Jesus Christ. Jake Dunlap, Thomas Patrick Cooper, Skeeter, Rui Faustino, Cole Murphy, Dark Tardis, Philip Shields, Milky Mulkern, Zach Wise, Brad Terrell, Mr. Harris, Josh Morgan, Sean Martin, Lucas Sonichu Tice, Mikolaj Flo Jawet, some Polish shit, Daddy Log Penis, Patricino, J Silk, Phil, John, Mike Frazier, Lol Pasada, Lol Lopdasa, Mick Nullen, Mr. Shaldste, Silas, Jovian Avila, Alec Kellisnak, Sam Bales, Silas Green, Dead at 30, Cannibalized by Wife, Yavin Arba, Alexander Nos, Jonathan Jones, Stephen Axman, Daniel Leonard Sila, Pinche Flojo, Daniel Gulev, Rion Folan, Sam Murphy, Austin Williams, Mike, Cum Guzzler 182, BH Jones, Sean Aguirre, Joseph Mumford, Paul Tasksolas, William Jones W, Chris Davis, Thomas Gallagher, Young Boozer, Zara Suka, Harris, Emily Snyder, Gregory Martin, Andrew Cumboy, Wyatt Robinette, Nick Wakeham, Mackenzie, Brett Mikesell, Joe Haig, Noah Lester, Brandon Thornton, Franklin McGee, Alex Steechow, Huey Joe, Yusuf Mossad, Robert Reeves, Smart Bimson, Jeff Johnson, Zach, Lex Lewis, Jackson, Britt Hillis, Ben Reb, Ethan Chase Lemons, Ronald Grande, Tague, Lenny Mitchell, Victor Villaplando, Dakota Sky, Brett Bolin, Bomb Sky, Ted K, Duncan Holmes, Godelbrot, Isaac Reyes, Tara C. Fenton, Niall Fife, Zachary Grizzle, Chase Bello, Thomas Brennicky, Tony Casa, Colin Martin, Cody Pence, Jesse Ryans, Randy Funfork, Wyatt, Ian Taylor, The Real Mad Ox, Daniel Wood, Panda Bears Gray, Desi, Bradley Griffin, Tyler Pinheiro, Tim Roberts, Christopher Crosby, Terrence Branna, Big Mike, Richard Haustein, Alistair Matthews, not Ryan Seacrest, Jack Schubot, Frank Reich, Michael Garcia, CGF, Kurtz Fungus, Alex Presbo, Alan Wallace, Alex McAlvery, Sammy D, Luke Myers, Ryan Curo, Riley Croyle, Matthew Medlin, Jason Guadino, Daniel Cisneros, Petter N, David Caffey, Mike S. Drunk, Harper Marchman Jones, Michael Gainham, Sean, Austin Heath, Elijah Ebert, Chris, Stroll the Roll, Eric Sverkult, ABC, Rye, David, Michael Girthquake Fuller, that's pretty good, Scott Santiago, Richard Nixon, Keegan Hudson, DM Cernandez, John B., Jeff Tompkins, Eric Scanlon, Ryan Ebert, Matthew Riddle, Alec Love, Snardo Snarf, Brian Cantwell, Benjamin Cost, Adam Jacobson, Charlie Carr, Alex Lafrenery, Alex Matchneer, Casey Hines, Nolan, Andy Woodcock, Ronan Murphy, Jake Harmon, Alex Casanova, Devin Davies, Ashley, a girl, Howie Mandel, Justin, Tristan, William Haver, Josh Neves, Michael Funari, Ethan Mai, Alex Reck, Derek Deemer, L. Suter, Justin Ganchi, Core Talks, Justin Wang, James Keegan, Guy Pedersen, CIA PSYOP Enjoyer, gay name, Red Sona, Garbage Patch Kid, Wes Christensen, Sam Tomko Jones, a white 1993 Camry, Gustav Carlson, Matthew Hine, Darren Davis, John Males, Cody Anderson, Matt Stone, Trufus, Isaiah Noguera, KPG211, Adam Laker, Philip, Scott Hartman, Fox Trevlane, Justin Kirkland, BH, John Pope, Aaron Muse, Russell, Rockwell White, Steve, Ben Hafitz, Spencer Coates, Tom Hawkins, Damian Harai, Ryan Green, Lucas Kaiser, Johan Halen, Money Violence, Chris Langiel, Sebastian Larson, Huge Pop, Andy, Acel, Tom Durenberger, Eric Kennedy, Shane Briggs, at Butt Planet, Chris Kalari, Gary Furlong, John White, Adita VJ, Peter Pane Frank, Ryan Gassner, Deep Dish Sex Haver, Alex Van Olden, Anthony Weaver, Susanna Coolidge, Andrew Shivamachen, Joe White, Timmy Dixon, Drowsy Thunder, David Korn, Bill Fuller, Nope, ERP47, Christopher Prod, Corb, Max Dickfield, Jeff Byelt, Martin McNeish, Logan, Dylan Nelkin, Tyler Masterless, Shy, Nick Brianna, Ann Human, McKenna, Gregory Jakubowski, Bort, Robin Cunningham, Lumpy 1805, David Vine, Will Marsh, Reese, Rasmus Reed, George Smith, Toby Hamons, Trevor Schultz, Enzio Priestness, Don Shepard, Zato, John Monroe, Ralph, Dustin Cooper, Gavril Rice, Chris James, Parker Hollis, Will Reed, Jack Davies, Johan Kraus, Steven, Alex Brayfield, Matt Truslow, Bo Emerton, Daniel Stern, Mike W., Michael Levy, Cole Hager, Steve Moody, Emily Wienerstrom, Uncut Zub, Adam Perlstein, Ploppadop, Malcolm Hines, Jeff Nooney, Andy Cam, These Nuts, Stuff Dave Made, Dan, Patrick Tyne, Kyle Dennis, BB, Will Tarantino, Rory, Michael Firestone, Dennis G, Faraz, Chris B, Nick Stark, Brian Abler, Gordon Hale, Alex, Adam Bevel, Adam, Fagballs, Scott, Daniel Zajak, Rex Blank, Nate Leslie, Corey Soto, Eugene Tucker, Tim Smith, BB, Tyler Langelis, Riley RG, No, Matt Shambler, Josh Thomas, Discount Cumtown, Carla Francisco, Alfred Holmgren, Oliver McKenzie, Matt Eaton, John W., Sexy Hitler 420, Casey, Tyler, Jackson, Harry Jackson, John Rutherford, Sean, Chapo Trap House, Bricks, Wilson, Hamlet, Harrison Frisk, Total, Allison, Rube, Johan, Patrick Merrill, Jay Wilson, Quinn Myers, Donald Hughes, Colin Lampark, Come Tsunami, Eric Ruda, Tim Levitsky, Nicholas Higaney, Avery, Star Rosenkrantz, Isaac Reilly, Famine Cameron, Brandon Murphy, Jim Alexander, Gareth Redmond, Jake Reynolds, Jordan Kendall, Hugh Jass, Matt GOPSN, Emil Scales, Sean Heenan, Jordan 316, Greg D, Jim, Coots Unlimited, Danny, Rude Street Films, Christian Sandlin, Evan Haggerty, Milk and Minnows, Charles Sachs, Andrew Palladino, Young Mizaguchi, Max Brown. Thanks a lot.